Hey guys, Vernier here for the second part of the play along hand where our totally awesome hero has Ace King, raises under the gun, gets flatted by a fairly loose and active player on the button, and gets pretty much min raised by a loose player who has not been really raising much. He's just been calling and limping. So a lot of you advocated flatting, and I'm starting to see the merits of flatting. Mainly that we versus his 5-bet shoving range, we are not doing so hot, and basically we'll have position on him post flop, even though it's probably going to be a three-way pot. Like almost always, it's going to be a three-way pot if we flat here. But we're not really scared of Inglorious J, and if we flop one pair and start getting tons of action, then the pot's going to be small enough to not end up getting stacked, just depending on what ends up happening. But at the time, I wanted to isolate the weaker player, and if basically I was thinking if I 4-bet here, he's going to be folding often enough to make that profitable. Just because I've seen players like that make these kind of raises with Broadway cards, weaker aces, weaker kings, pocket pairs. Like it wouldn't surprise me if he had pocket fours here. So I decided to make a 4-bet, and I wanted to make it an amount that would force him to. That would just make it really bad for him to call. And it's an amount that certainly commits me. This is not an amount that I would make versus a good competent player, but versus a good competent player, I also wouldn't be in this position because they wouldn't have made such a really weird 3-bet size. He thinks for a while, and he does the one thing that I'm not crazy about him doing, which is flat. And the flop comes 10-2 jack with 2 diamonds, and now he checks to me, and Inglorious J leads in the middle of the hand. I guess he's done. So if you think that 4-betting was so horrendously bad that you no longer want to be associated with the hand, you can post that on the forums too, and fair enough, note it. Otherwise, what's my play here, and what's my plan for the rest of the hand? I've got pretty much a pot size, a little bit more than a pot size bet left. So yeah, I'm curious to see what your thoughts are.